Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your general intuitive reading, care of Tiki Hope Tarot. This is your year 2020 overview spread. Do know that this is a general collective reading, so it would most resonate if you have Sagittarius in your sun, moon, and your rising sign. If you find that you don't resonate to this reading, it's alright. Just take whatever it is that makes sense to you and leave the rest, because this is a collective reading. It's not just for one person. Also, if you don't resonate with this reading, check your sun and your moon rising signs, and maybe you'll find some messages for you in that reading. All right, so moving on, we've got your cards all laid out here that I've already meditated on and spread out. I'm using the Classic Rider-Waite Tarot and The Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. And at the end of your 2020 spread, I've pulled out an overview or overall advice for you, which is from the goddess Aboriginal Goddess Chakra Oracle by Mel Brown, which is awesome. And I'm gonna have to read from the book because it's all new for me. Alright, so without much ado, let's get on to your reading. Your main theme for year 2020 would be the Chariot, which is amazing, and Loyal Heart. So it looks like you've got a lot of movement for year 2020. There's a lot of success. This is, the Chariot is all about moving onwards to success. So it could be a new home. You're moving on to a new home, a new location. You're gonna relocate, or there's a promise of some sort of advancement here. Some of you would have to be buying a new car, because that's a Chariot. It's all about your wheels. I've got here Loyal Heart as well. So when it comes to relationships, you're going to be moving to the next stage. I'm also looking at just whatever. Let's say if you're in some sort of legal battle, because this is another court card. If you're going through some legal battle, you're going to win it for sure. Some of you may have like a company car, as means of promotion for being dedicated and the service that you've put in. So it's all about your commitments, being loyal, your fidelity, honoring your commitments, and it's all about success here for you for the whole 2020, which is really amazing. All right, so moving on, we've got the next cards would deal with the departing energies from 2019, which could affect your year 2020. This is the Two of Wands and mending. All right, so with the Two of Wands, looks like you're in some sort of transition here, getting some sort of vision of like what's good for you, what's not good for you, what worked for you, what didn't work for you. It could be work, and it could be in relationships as well for others. There's like getting like a better stance, like being at some sort of advantage here, being at a high spot. So there's, I'm feeling like a strong sense of promotion for others, because with the Chariot, and this is you moving on to like greener pastures. You realize what didn't work before, and now you're like, nah, that's not for me anymore. I'm seeing a different vision, different side now. And you're going to be going on to that path. Whatever it is that didn't work for you, you're going to leave it behind, because you've got, the card of mending here. You did go through some sort of heartache from 2019 that you're that still affects you in some way, but not as painful as, you know, it, like it's not fresh wounds anymore. You're more into like mending and really healing yourself here, and you realize that spirit has their way around things for you, that they have helped you a lot when it comes to work. And yeah, whatever, say you didn't have a successful relationship, but work was like really successful for you, so it was like it kind of balanced out the situation for you. There was something for you to look forward to, which is amazing. Or if like things faltered at work, then something within your relationship that worked really good or is working really well, and that compensated whatever loss you've had from work. So either way, this is you just transitioning from like getting over of past hurts from 2019 and moving on to 2020. This is also completion of projects. You may have started a few business ventures in 2019, and you're gonna see them, like you'll see the fruits of your labor by 2020. Like it's gonna start showing up. It's gonna start materializing for you. For the next cards, you've got the talents that you're gonna be expressing for year 2020. You've got the Four of Pentacles and the Thinker. So the Four of Pentacles here is building up on wealth. I guess a lot of you have been successful with work and like your output, your work output is increasing. You're more dedicated at work, really like producing more what do you call this, more output for you, because you're realizing like the fruits of your labor coming out here. This is increasing productivity. You're realizing like business assets and, you know, things about business. Sorry, I'm not a business-minded person, so I can't I don't know the proper words, but yeah, something about with business that you're growing the brains for, so to speak. You've got the Thinker here, which is someone being analytical and really logical with things. So I guess, yeah, you're building up more brains when it comes to your money, budgeting and all that, like really money smart here. So those are your talents. And for your opportunities, we've got, wow, King of Pentacles to chop wood. So King of Pentacles energy is building your empire. You've been really successful in building up your wealth, moving upwards and upwards, and up until you've reached the King of Pentacles energy, which is you're able to build an empire here, something that's really solid, you know, a solid foundation for your future. This is more on work, is what I could see here. And you with the King of Pentacles, I guess I'm feeling like sensitive. I'm connecting with someone who's single here. But yeah, I've got here chop wood. So, oh, okay, I get it now. With the King of Pentacles, because you've reached that height of success, you know, this King of Pentacles, he's someone who's committed. He could be married as well, sorry, and he's willing to share that empire, or build on that empire, or someone who's able to, you know, ready for marriage. This is a committed and stable man. With chop wood, I guess you've reached that level of success in your life that you're being reminded to still, you know, be humble, that you wouldn't reached that sort of success had it not for the people who helped you build on your dreams and achieve them. You know, there's people surrounding you, friends, family, who supported you along the way. So it wasn't just your efforts alone that brought you to that level of success here. So this is a reminder from spirit of, you know, sometimes you still have to chop wood. Like when you come home, you still have to do the dishes. You don't be like acting all the king that you are or the queen that you are, just because you're earning more or you got promoted and all that. Do recognize the efforts of other people and still be humble. So that's your opportunities here, which is pretty amazing. Just learn to be, like, not learn to be, but remember to still be humble in spite of all the successes that you're gonna be enjoying for year 2020, because there's a lot for you, a lot of pentacles there. For your obstacles, you've got the 7 of Cups and not for you. So this is just about your choices, Sagittarius. You realize that not all the choices that were given to you or presented to you were viable. You realize that some of them were actually to your detriment or not for your own good, and you've learned to just turn your back away from them. And you've become, you know, with the thinker card, you've become really smart when it comes to like sourcing out these options and sussing out, you know, the people around you. What they're offering to you is not really for your own good or something that would be beneficial for you. You'll be turning down a few offers. If you're in that King of Pentacles energy, you've got an empire there, you're at a position to be turning down like a couple of offers as well, because you know it's not for you. You know it's not going to do you any good. And some of them would be difficult because it would involve like friends, acquaintances, like sometimes it's not really good to be business partners with, you know, a close friend. Sometimes you may be cool hanging out, you maybe have a really strong bond, like when you have fun and stuff, but at work it's a totally different scenario. So it's kind of that situation that I'm seeing here. Like you're gonna have to turn down a few offers here to which is good, and I like that about you. That's very good. That's very smart of you. What would help you deal with these obstacles is 7 of Wands and milk and honey. You're just going to be turning down those offers because you know it's not for your own good. You realize that, and this is you having the courage to just, you know, maintain your position into things, your decisions. You know, having that, maintaining your composure and your stance, where you stand on. No means no. This is you not backing down, which is good because there's a promise. You've already got the milk and honey. You've got the success here. You've got the taste of prosperity, like all served up for you. So why would you, you know, it's not for you to settle down, not for you to like settle. That's it. It's not King of Pentacles. You're not going to be settling. They don't bow down, and that's you. That's your energy, and that's what Spirit is also telling you. Don't back down. Maintain your stance because you're already being served milk and honey here. So don't settle for anything less. And for your your goals and your dreams, this is there's three of cups, sorry. And to be fair, 3 of cups is all about celebration. So I guess you're going to be celebrating with people all for, you know, and family for all the success that you've been enjoying, been having. And there's some sort of community, sense of community here. I guess you're going to be collaborating more with the community, working with the community, or giving back to the community because you feel that's just fair. You realize the efforts of others, and you just want to be fair and just do what's right here and be balanced and all equal for everyone who's helped you along the way. And that will give you even more success and abundance. You'll be glorified. People would love you for it. You're going to be really successful amongst your circle, not just with your friends, but also circle in like your community. You'll be that known, and that's awesome for you, Sagittarius. We've got here to finalize your reading is Ceridwen. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but let's get that storybook. There. Okay, Ceridwen. Ceridwen is a Welsh goddess of transformation. She's the keeper of the cauldron, which contains Owen, meaning divine spirit and prophetic inspiration. Ceridwen gave birth to a son who was born so ugly that as means to overcome his ugliness, she spent 1 year brewing a spell that would give him infinite wisdom. She added herbs at precise astrological times. However, on the day the spell was ready, the 3 magical drops intended for a son fell instead on her servant boy, Gwion Back. Instantly, he became a great magician and fled from her fury. Ceridwen pursued the boy, who, using his magical powers, would shape-shift into different animals. As he did, Ceridwen too would shift into the animal's natural enemy. Eventually, Gwion turned himself into a kernel of wheat and hid in a pile of grain on the floor. Ceridwen then turned herself into a black hen, found him, and swallowed him, and 9 months later gave birth to the greatest wizard who ever lived, Taliesin. Ceridwen represents inspiration and victory from an unexpected event. If your plans are not going in the direction in which you had hoped, have no fear. There is another outcome that will surpass your expectations. When we try too hard to control things, often it is loss of control that we most experience. The more we try to push back in the direction we believe things should be heading, the more off course it can become. This is not to say to become lazy and uncaring of outcomes, just that somewhere there is a balance. Be mindful to notice the challenges which prevent you from moving forward and look for alternative ideas. Possessing the insight to change direction or allowing the situation to flow its natural course is wisdom in itself. If it's too hard, it's too hard. Stop and allow the situation to write its own ending. So that tops it up for you, Sagittarius. Much luck for you, and peace and love. Ciao, ciao.